In today's video, we are going to be designing this stunning landing page using Figma, and we're going to generate assets for it using Higsfield's new Cinema Studio 2.5. And then at the end of this video, I'll show you guys how to turn it into a functioning website. This will be a fun one, so let's go. Alright, so first things first, let's jump into Figma and we're going to create a frame and we're going to choose MacBook Pro 14. Now a little plan for this website, we're going to have a logo up here and we're going to have a navigation just centered at the top. We'll probably have another little button here, our main hero text there, and then we're going to have place for like a big dashboard that's going to go there. Very standard layout, but what's really going to bring this to life and give it the character and the design language that it needs is the background image, which will turn into a video too. Let's head over to Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.5 and generate some assets. Okay, so this is Higgsfield here. If you guys aren't familiar with it, they have a ton of different AIs. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on Cinema Studio 2.5. So we'll go down here and you can see we've got character. Now, if we click on that, you can see that we can create a scene, we can create characters or locations. We're going to start with locations here because we want to kind of define the scene of our hero. So I'm going to say something like underwater world, flowers, ethereal space. And we'll go down here to batch size and then let's just put that to 10 and then we'll click generate. And you'll see that Higgsfield's going to generate 10 different images and you can see the sort of style of image it's gone for. Now this is exactly what we're looking for. Now some of these really stand out. This doesn't really look like it's underwater, but this one is really cool. I like this one a lot. The problem that we have with it is it's not very symmetrical. I feel like it's not that balanced. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to edit, make this image more symmetrical. And then we'll generate that. And this here is the image that it's given us, and you can see it kind of has just mirrored it completely. But I think what's really standing out now is I don't really like these big leaves that are in the shot, so we can just edit that, remove the leaves, make this all daisies. And you can see it's done just that, but we still have this kind of mirrored image. I think this might work quite well for our hero, so let's just download this and we'll bring it into our Figma. Now we'll click on our main frame and we're going to change the background color, and then we can click on our image and we can kind of reduce the opacity a little bit. Go down here to layout guides and then we'll go columns, we'll go 12, 64, 16. And then this is going to give us a guide just to kind of work within. So we'll choose our text tool and let's type in waveboard, or if you have a logo, use that instead because we're going to create a logo real quick. And the font we're going to choose is Geist, 24 pixels. Letter spacing, let's reduce that just a little bit, and then we'll go down here to frame. And then if we draw a frame that's 24 pixels, we'll draw a rectangle and then we'll duplicate it out. We'll select them both and then we'll go flatten and then we'll duplicate that out and we'll turn it like this. We'll make a little kind of box thing. We'll take our text tool and we'll do a W. We'll click on that and then we'll go up here and then we'll go flatten as well. And this will make this a kind of shape. And then we can put that inside that frame that we made. Something like that. And then we can click on our text here as well. And then we can go flatten to that. And then we can select both of these and we'll go Shift and A, make that an auto layout, and then the gap between them, we'll make that 12. We got a logo. Now let's select our icon and let's give it this color here. So we're going to give it this blue. So we've got a little brand color now as well. Let's do our navigation. So we'll choose our text tool again and we'll type in something like features, pricing. We'll select all of these and we'll make these 16 pixels and we can get this position just directly at the top like that. We'll drag one of these out and then we'll drag another one of these and then we'll say like sign in. On this one here, we can go Shift and A and we'll turn that into a button. Padding, we'll go 12 and 12. And let's give it a fill of something around here. And then the corner radius, we'll bump that all the way up like that. We got a header. Okay, so next thing we're going to add in our hero text. Now I'm going to add in this. Now this main font here is crimson text. Now we're going to have this just right in the sort of front and center of our hero. Now I'm going to add in this dashboard here. Now I got this from the community page. Now this is a free version that was made by Creative Tim, so you can just open that in your Figma and drag it over into your design here. So already this is looking really cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose our rectangle tool and we're going to draw this along the bottom of the page here. And if we go up here, we'll grab our background color that we set in the beginning, and then we'll change the fill of this rectangle to a gradient and we'll paste in both of these colors. But on this one, we'll go 0 and then we can rotate the gradient like that. We'll drag that below everything. We'll duplicate this out and then we'll switch this around like this, rotate it. And then let's play with the layer mode of this. I think something like this, and then, you know, we can expand this down a little bit, and then let's reduce the opacity of it as well to like 80. Now we can click on our main frame, and then holding command, we can drag this all the way down like that. So using the exact same practices of what we did up here, we're going to start adding in different elements to the site. We'll add in our features. Now we've got two big feature boxes like this, and the images that we've used here. So these boxes here are just pulling things out of the dashboard, and then the background images are using just some of the other images that we got from Higgsfield, because it all feels quite cohesive, and it means that we can just pull that in, and then now that kind of matches the sort of area that we have up here. And I've also added in this little PNG jellyfish here. One thing I think could be cool for this feature box is if we click on our background image here and we go Command and D, and we just make a duplicate of it. We'll go down here to plugins, and then we'll type in dither, and you can see it's got all these different modes for kind of manipulating images, and we'll keep everything just the exact same, but we'll go export, and you can see it's given this dither texture. But because we made a duplicate of this, we'll go on to that top layer, the dither layer that we just made, and we'll change that to soft light, and then now you can see our actual image underneath, and then we can reduce the opacity of this to like 20%. You guys might not be able to see that on the video, but what it does is it gives it this really cool kind of texture to the image. Up to you if you guys think that's a cool step or not. So underneath our features, I've added a pricing section, and I've incorporated another little jellyfish PNG into there. Underneath there, we have FAQs, which is very simple. And then down here, we have just a kind of big feature using another image from Higsfield, another jellyfish, and you can see we've applied that sort of dither texture there as well. Obviously, I've kind of skipped ahead with a lot of the design here, but I don't want this video to be too long. I want to focus on a few key techniques. But if you guys apply what we learned in the hero to the rest of the site, you guys should be able to recreate this. Or alternatively, if you want to just get the design file, you can get it on my Patreon. But we're going to head back into Higsfield, and we're going to turn this hero image into a hero video to really bring this to life. So in Higsfield, we're going to click down here, save as location, and we'll go down here to video. Now this is where we have a ton of control to do all sorts of stuff. So we'll keep this a single shot, and we'll add a location just like this by clicking at, and then we can click our blue mist location that we just saved there. Now we'll click on start frame, choose that generated image that we had there, and then we'll click end frame, and we'll make that the same as well. And then we can click here on movement, and you can see they've got all these different presets. So I think let's choose handheld, and that's just going to add some kind of subtle movement. Then we could say something like subtle underwater bubbles. Duration, we'll keep that as 10 seconds, and then batch size, we'll have that as 4, and then we'll generate. Okay, so we've got 3 videos it's just generated us, and you can see it's got this background audio. This one's kind of slowly zooming in, and you can see the light kind of bouncing around. The daisy's moving slightly. In this next one, you can see we've got some bubbles kind of rising up. Now this is more of like handheld sort of movement. Then this one is kind of a mix of both of them. You see we've got the bubbles there. This video is the exact sort of thing that we need, so we're going to click down here and download this. So we've got our Figma design, and then we've got our AI video. Now there's 2 ways we can go with this. If you want to just take your design and show it off to the world, I'd suggest going from Figma into jitter, and then in jitter you can animate it, you can add in your background video, and then you could take that video and go to show off, and you can turn your Figma design into a scrollable mockup, which is really good for sharing online. Alternatively, if you want to turn it into a functioning website, I generally use Framer for that, and there's a Figma to Framer plugin, and I've got a video on the whole process of how to turn your Figma design into Framer website. But there we go guys, that is how we create stunning landing pages using Figma and Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.5. Thank you to Higgsfield for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to check out Higgsfield, please do. There's a link in the description. Hopefully you guys got something out of today's video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll catch you guys soon with another video. Bye.